Hola amigos, and welcome back to another Bring a Blanket live writing and productivity sprints. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma Bennet. I'm a UK-based writer and I write contemporary romance and occasional children's picture book. I don't want to alarm anyone, but I haven't had my lunch yet, so this may not go well. Anyway, I have a surprise special guest today. No one knew that he was going to be here. The lovely RC Scott is here. Hello, RC.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. And we were just having a little chat before we started, and RC is sore because he's been lifting those weights, working those muscles.
Yeah, I'll be pushing them weights.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. So, RC, why don't you let everyone know all about you if they haven't seen your channel before and if they haven't met you before?
Well, for those who haven't met me, first, I am sorry. Second, this is RC. I write horror. I also kind of sort of do journalism, kind of sort of do YouTubing stuff, delving into podcasting and any kind of weird things that tickle my fancy.
Nice. We do like our fancies tickled. I was just thinking, as you were saying, reminding me that you write horror, I feel I need to apologize for quite how girly this stream is looking. And I was just wondering if I could make it a little less girly for you, because
no, that's fine.
Look at that. That's more RC. No, I feel we can reach a compromise. You know?
There's one misunderstanding about horror fans and horror writers that a lot of people don't get. We like fun things. We like colorful things too. We go to that stuff to kind of exercise our dark side a little bit. I always point to the contrast between Junji Ito and what's his face, the creator of Studio Ghibli. His name's escaping me right now. But anyways, he's basically he's the Walt Disney of Japan.
Yeah.
Whereas Junji is more like the Stephen King. But the difference in personalities being you got Junji Ito's Mr. Happy. Hey, look at that. Oh, look, cats. Just Mr. Happy about life. Then you got Mr. Walt Disney is just everything's done. Humanity's dreams are cursed. We're all fucked.
Cool. Well, I feel a bit better making it like a little less pink for you anyway.
That's okay. I appreciate it.
The pink's a little much. Right. If you guys haven't been here before, then what I normally do is roughly 3 hours of sprints, doing 25-minute sprints and then a few minutes of chatting in between. But if anyone would like something else, then just let me know and I will see what I can do. If anyone fancies a 20-minute sprint, we do have Richard Holiday's British 20-minute timer with the glorious Union Jack floating, I believe, in the breeze. If anybody fancies a 20-minute one at any point. I haven't used that one before, and I feel I should.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go English.
Yes, let's go properly British. But we will be starting off with kittens. With kittens, because that's the one I can guarantee doesn't have any ads on it, because SD made it for me specially, and it's like a private video. So, because the ads are so annoying, so annoying. Yeah. So we've been joined by Rachel. Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Hi.
And the lovely Dreaming Truth, who has just started her YouTube channel. It's so exciting. Oh, that reminds me, RC, make sure that you pop a link to your channel in the chat, because it was like a last minute thing. I haven't had a chance to add it to the description and stuff yet. So make sure that you pop it down there so that people can find you.
I will just probably drop my link tree with all my stuff on it.
That's a good idea. Yeah, just chuck everything in there. So yeah, Dreaming Truth has just started her AuthorTube channel. It's got her like introduction video on there, so make sure that you go to check that out, because it's so lovely to see her beautiful face and hear her and everything, having like known her for a little while now in the sprints. It's awesome. And Kat is here. Hello, Kat. How are you? How are you feeling today, and what are you working on? And Ty, hello, says, hey, I caught you at the beginning of your stream this time. Yes, I'm a couple of hours earlier because I didn't want to clash with Margaret's live that is at 5 p.m. British time today. So I wanted to be all done before that. SD is here. Hello. Are you doing a stream in a little while, SD? If you are, if you want to pop the link to that in the chat as well, so people can do some stream hopping. I'm sorry if you can hear clanging around. My youngest is making me some egg fried rice for lunch. And he's quite a dynamic chef, shall we say, with his kind of clanging around in the kitchen. So there are Steve's link tree. I'll check that out, actually. I'm not sure if I follow you everywhere. Most places, but maybe not everywhere. And your channel. And Kat says, I'm working on waking up and I need to get food and ready for work. Oh, boo work.
Yeah,
are you not working today then, RC? Have you got the day off, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I do. I have to leave at 9:30, or 2.5 hours to be exact.
Oh, okay.
I'm working second shift right now, but actually I'm moving to morning shift next week.
Oh, do you like the morning shifts?
So when I started writing a few years ago, I was working morning shift. I was getting a little bit done, but I got a really physical job. So when I get home, I'm just dragging myself to the keyboard.
Yeah.
But in the past year, I've gone from first shift to third shift to second shift, then back to first shift next week. It seems the universe doesn't want me to have a routine.
Yeah, which can be tricky. Yeah. I think, I don't know, would I'd kind of rather get it over and done with, I guess, and do the early one, maybe.
Well, the only reason why I didn't mind doing the second shift is because, yeah, I had enough time to get up in the morning, at least try to do some writing before I go destroy myself and be worn out. But at the same time, I wasn't really doing much writing when I got up.
Sure. It's tricky.
What are you working on today?
Today, I'm working on developmental edits for a friend of mine. She has written a romance, and it's her first romance, and she's wanting to send it off to this big competition in like a week's time, and I'm doing the developmental edit for her. So I'm really needing, I'm wanting to get it to her by the end of tomorrow, ideally. So I need to kind of up my game and get that sorted, because I've also got my own edits for my own book back from my editor that I need to get on this weekend as well. So yeah. Do you know what you're working on? Have you got plans?
I do.
Ooh.
I am working on my graphic novel.
Oh, awesome. Fun. Is it coming along well?
It's coming along.
That's such a writer.
Well, right now the outline has it intended for 8 issues. And I just started on issue 4, but I stopped for like a couple of months. I wasn't really writing anything. I was just not sleeping, bad headspace, blah, blah, blah. And I just picked it up a couple weeks ago and finished 3. And now I'm finally getting on to 4. I want to get it done so I can go shop it.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I hope it goes well for you.
Thanks.
So Dreaming Truth, I'm guessing that's her YouTube channel that she's linked, which is awesome. My son has bought me some food. Excellent. I'm definitely going to be starting this first sprint soon. SD, updating your YouTube spreadsheet. Thank you very much. And Kat saying thank you as well. But Kat got very little sleep. Kept waking up constantly and then not able to get back to sleep. Oh, that's the worst, isn't it?
I get it.
Yeah. I don't work well with not a lot of sleep. Okay. Right. Should we get started on a sprint with these little kittens then?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And then I can eat my food very kindly bought for me. Okie dokes. Let's be all awesome and productive with these super cute kittens in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. That is the end of the first sprint. How did it go for you guys? Just setting it up for the next one. We are back. Clear my throat. Yeah. RC, how did that go for you?
Nary a word.
RC. Yay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What were you doing?
I was almost led into temptation. I saw that the Milwaukee Metal Fest is coming up, and they have a good lineup for that Saturday. And I'm like, I should probably save my money instead of traveling. I just got back from Cleveland. I don't need to be doing that shit.
Well, maybe you do. Experiences, you know?
I've been to so many metal shows, and I've seen almost all those bands live anyway.
Oh, okay.
It just sounded like a bit of fun.
Yeah. Cool. Okie dokes.
Next one.
Yeah, next one. I had my food, which was good, but not quite enough. I think I might need to have something else in a little bit. And yeah, I got on with editing, so that was cool. Let's see where we were in the chat. So SD was saying, RC, did you bring a blanket? Because SD was very good. When she co-hosted, she did bring a blanket with her. But of course...
Does a big wool robe count?
Yes, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. Does it have a zip?
No, it has a tie. It's a big cloak.
Yeah, quite right. SD has her robe, dressing gown, with a zip. And apparently this is like a normal thing in the US, and all the British people. Do you remember it was during our 12-hour write-a-thon thing that you joined us for, and everybody was like, what? Zips on dressing gown?
I'm the one that started it. I'm like, wait a minute. Are those robes that have zippers on it? The robes don't have zippers.
Yeah, what? Yeah. And everybody was like, yes. Well, everybody else from the US was like, yeah, of course. Like my mum always had ones with zips on, and it's like, no, weird.
That must have been like, the upper class part of town. We either tied it or we had buttons.
Oh, okay, cool. And you remembered the founder's name that we could look for. Yeah, and Margaret was talking about it during her May of the Moderns recap a couple of days ago. But she tried to, bless her, but nobody really knew anything about the studio or anything, so she kind of tried to, and then it was clear that nobody knew what she was talking about.
I wish I was there. I would have went on.
Yeah, you would have been very helpful to the discussion. You would. Lovely Martin has joined us on his lunchtime. Bizarrely, he's having lunch soap. There's a lot of crashing going on in my house. I'm very sorry.
A lot of clanger.
Yeah. Banging and crashing around.
I meant to ask you, what is egg fried rice? Is it like scrambled eggs and rice?
Yeah, it's like Chinese. Like you have Chinese egg fried rice. Yeah.
I'm sure we do. I'm used to shrimp fried rice, beef fried rice, pork fried rice, just egg. Well, it comes with egg anyways in the rice.
Yeah. So it's just so he does it. He taught himself how to do it a little while ago because he wanted to know. So he fries some onion and then he adds cooked rice, and then when that's kind of heated through, he basically scrambles eggs in there with the rice, and then what else did he put?
Wired spring onions.
Yeah, spring onions. Yeah, green onions sprinkled on the top. Then soy sauce is pretty good.
Yes,
it's pretty good. Chives. If we're feeling swanky, we will add prawns, but we didn't have any prawns, so there we go. But
I've never had prawn. I've had shrimp a million times, but I've never had.
What's the difference between shrimp and prawn? Is it the same thing?
Aren't prawns bigger?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Why have I got a fog in my throat? Okay. SD, if SD is still here, I was wanting to say, if you want to come in and join us, co-hosting for a bit, then you could tell everyone about your anthologies if you wanted to, if you're not busy doing something. That was my idea, because I think Esty and Margaret are both in 2 fantasy anthologies that are either coming out or out now. One of them is out now. One of them has just been fully funded, I think, for like a Kickstarter for it. So, yeah, I didn't know if she wanted to share about that. And lovely Cat said, I just realized I should probably let people know I won't be able to update spreadsheet June the 10th, possibly 11th either, since I'm moving, so my computer will be packed. It's amazing that you do it, but like, take as long as you need moving. You know, I'm sure somebody else will take over or something for a few days, because you don't want to be worrying about that when you're surrounded by boxes. You don't want to be thinking, oh no, I've got to update the spreadsheet. You know. If anybody doesn't know, spreadsheets. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, the spreadsheet we're referring to is the spreadsheet that has all of the AuthorTube sprints. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got the channels, the times, and the dates, and everything, and it is linked down in the description below, so that you can kind of plan out your writing sprints if you want, and work out who you want to go and hang with. Yeah, it's a very handy document. Martin saying, good luck. Yeah, good luck, Kat. Moving is horrible. It's the worst. Absolutely the worst. And SD is working on a short. Oh, we have Rosalind has joined us. Hello. It says, heyo, popping in. I don't think that you've been in my sprints before. You must have been lured here by the lovely RC.
Never heard of her, but I'm digging the picture.
Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it? And Laura is here. I'm listing art materials on Etsy today. No writing, 2 listings done. Ooh, what kind of art materials? I didn't know you did that. Did not know that you had like is it an Etsy store you call it? An Etsy page? I don't know. And Kat says, not only am I moving June 10th, I'll be working up until the day of. Oh, working 9-hour shifts, not great for energy to pack. So I'm packing a couple of boxes on my days off when I have energy. Last day is the 9th. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a nightmare. Absolutely.
Moving's not fun.
No, it's really not. I think we've always packed ourselves, except one time when we were moving and I was pregnant with our 4th, and I was huge, and I was determined that I wasn't going to pay anyone. I was like, we can do this. It'll be fine. And it got to like 2 days before we were moving, and I was like, yeah, we're going to need to pay someone to come and help us pack, because like this just ain't happening. I kept getting wedged in stuff and it wasn't good. Yeah.
I have moved so many times in my life. Mm-hmm. The weird part is like, it's always been in the same city, just different neighborhoods. So it might as well be a different world sometimes.
Sure.
But it doesn't. That's why I've always kind of like tried to live with the minimum. Because I grew up with that, like, be ready to move at any time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do, and you do get better at it. You do just get used to how to pack and doing it quickly as well. I think if you do it a few times. But yeah, there were 6 of us here, and there's a couple who are definitely maximalists and just love their stuff, absolutely love their stuff. So there is a lot every time we need to move.
I'm to the point where I'd rather just do it all myself, because either I have to worry about family doing it and then break stuff, for me yelling at them because they don't know how to do it right, or my friends do it and they just want to screw around the whole time.
And then expect pizza and beer afterwards. Disgraceful.
Yep. Bastards. Let's write about it.
The last time we moved, we had a removal company, and we've had so many bad experiences with movers before. So I was really, really wanting to give them a happy time. I gave them so many cups of tea and coffee and drinks and biscuits and stuff. They were just like, this is amazing. This is the best job we've ever had. We have never been so well provided for. And there's me going, do you want another Kit Kat? You sure? They did a good job. Rosalind is currently working on 3 things: an editing commission, editing my own book before I send it to my proofreader, and drawing some illustrations for my book. Sounds like a busy day. Which one do you want to work on? Sorry,
I've always wondered with editors, doing that for like a living or a full-time job, does it like kind of ruin the reading experience because you're busy dissecting the book? That is my
A
question.
little bit. As you know, I mean, I don't do it full time or anything. I pick and choose the editing jobs that I do, and I only do developmental editing because I just hate fiddly copy edits. I hate having to do them for myself, let alone for anybody else. What I find though is it helps me with my writing because just having to put on that analytical hat means that I'm then thinking about my own writing more and kind of making it better, knowing what works and what doesn't work, especially if I've done quite a bit of editing in my genre. So I find it very useful.
Yeah.
But
maybe
I
looking
think
from the other end, because like just as a writer, not even part-time, I do it while reading, picking at it a little bit. Like especially older books, and you realize like the showing and telling ratio and that kind of crap in the transitions. Like, oh, this book would have been butchered in a workshop nowadays.
Sure. But yeah, it's definitely changed over the years. I mean, my husband actually really, really likes books that tell rather than showing for some reason. It's kind of the way that he likes books to be written. But I think also when I am reading for pleasure, it's a very different experience, and I don't analyze it the way that I do when I'm doing an edit. I properly like let myself get lost in the book, if you like. I'm not thinking about it all the time.
You can turn off your brain while you're looking at something. Got it.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to turn off my brain, in fairness.
I try to, but then all of a sudden I'll just slip in there. Like, like I've seen people on camera and stuff like that, maybe in studios doing some like kind of short movies, stuff like that. And even watching movies nowadays, I still think of like the people behind the camera, who's holding up the lights, who's holding up a boom mic, that kind of stuff. But I'm holding up the stream, my bad.
You're not holding it up. It's cool. Martin said, I believe there's a lot of difference between US and UK. Chinese takeaways, as a lot in the UK tend to be from Hong Kong. There you go. SD is grateful not to be live today. I have a ton of stuff to get done.
She's not going to be live today?
No, she's not. I was surprised as well because I asked, I thought that she'd pop a link down. I figured she'd be starting like in about 15 minutes, but
she's a stream soldier every day.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that little duckling. Aww. That's so cute. It's so cute. What are you working on today, Yazza? Lord Gomez. Ugh, prawns. I hate all the insects. I love prawns. Prawns are delicious. Devon is hopping in real quick to say hi. I have to drop the kiddo off at school, then out for a mum day. Oh, cool. Have fun. Rosalind's an artist and writer, Esty said. Yeah. And Rosalind said, haha, thank you. And yeah, I'm a bit new here. I'm subscribed, but it's my first time joining your sprint, I think. Well, thank you. Oh, and that was kind of SD too, to put links.
I was just about to do that too. She beat me too.
Oh, some people are so quick. Richard is very, very quick with putting links out, and SD is very quick as well.
Yeah, she's a gunslinger about that. Like even on my stream, she got me.
Yeah, but how she does it while she's kind of talking, and she's actually doing the stream herself, and she's popping all these things up. I'm like, how do you do that?
One hand copy paste without looking.
Oh, it's amazing.
Instinct.
It's a skill. And Laura says, I normally sell vintage books on my Etsy store, but I have lots of expensive paints just sitting there not being used, so I'm selling them. Oh, if they're not going to be used, I guess. Still seems a bit sad. We've got so much painting stuff here because of my youngest. It's crazy. It's everywhere. And Angela's here saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Angela. How are you today? And Rosalind says, kinda yes and no. I barely have time to read for myself, and it makes me automatically analyze stuff I read for fun, which isn't great, but it helps me edit my own books better and improve my skills. Yeah.
Equivalent exchange. You got to give up something.
Exactly. You do. Right. Should we do another Another sprint, another doodad was what I was going to say, but then I remembered the word I needed.
This time I'm going to do some writing.
Are you? Okay, good luck with
Yes.
that. I believe in you. You can do it. Write a fight scene.
I'm actually in a nightmare sequence where there is like a fighting blood violence.
Fun. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, let's get all violent and bloody in 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go. There we go. That is our second sprint done. And yeah, it was pretty uneventful. For me, I've just been working around. I got my new cup of tea. I did discover what all the bashing and crashing was about in the kitchen during our last chatty bit, which was quite amusing.
Poltergeist?
Yeah, so how did that go for you, Artie? Poltergeist. No, it was my husband flooding the place.
Oh.
We enjoy doing that.
It happens.
Yeah.
It
does.
I finished a page.
Yay! Was it a good page?
Yeah, I had to rearrange some things. My story is set in World War One, and you can only find so much footage of that, let alone of people actually fighting in it. So me trying to write some kind of like, combat situation from that era, I'm going off imagine. I don't know. Maybe I should go like play one of those old World War One video games and just get a feel for it.
Yeah, that would be a great way.
I guess to break it down, the story's based off of these reports I got from, well, not literally got, but like read from the Eastern Front about wolves attacking both German and Russian soldiers, like at the northernmost part by the Baltics and all that. So they eventually could call a ceasefire, and they decided to team up and take out the wolves because they've created like a mega pack at this point. Because the Great War, they destroyed all the resources in that area, and all the food, all the game gone. So they started going towards what was closest and bloodiest people. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna 300 the crap out of that, but I'm doing a nightmare sequence and it's World War One. So like I gotta have some kind of something to go off of here, other than just what I've seen in a movie or read in a book. Yeah. More research.
I think the video game's a great idea because a lot of them are supposed to be very historically accurate, aren't they? Because my boys play some of them and they tell me about it, and there's actually quite a bit that they've learned about various battles that I didn't know, and they'll tell me, and I'm like, how did you know that? And they're like, oh, this video game that they've been playing.
There's actually a YouTube channel called The Great War that I've been going to for research. It has this one dude hosting. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I'm still waking up. But yeah, that's been helpful. But yeah, try to go to the game. But I'm not much of a gamer. I definitely have the capabilities out with this, badass PC. But more time, more things.
Yeah.
How'd you do? Besides the banging, poltergeist, and flooding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's going well. It's just, I think because this is an edit for a friend, I'm like, if I'm doing it like for someone that I don't know, obviously I do a good job, but it's a developmental edit, so I'm not there to nitpick. I'm not going to pick up on necessarily like all the grammar errors or whatever, but I'm putting extra effort into this because it's for a friend, if you like. So it's taking me longer. It's taking me longer than I thought it would. So
riddle me this, editor. What do you think people come to you with the most? Developmental edits or getting all the apostrophes and all that shit right? Forgot what they call that. Brain fart.
Yeah.
You got developmental, and then you got the line edits. There we go.
Yeah. So I don't do the fiddly edits as I refer to them. I'll send them somewhere else. I don't do line edits or copy edits or whatever you want to call them, just because I don't enjoy doing it, and I don't do proofreading of whole manuscripts because, again, I just don't enjoy it. I find it quite stressful. But I will proofread a synopsis if somebody wants me to do that, for example, or like I'll rewrite blurbs and stuff like that. I tend to get a lot of children's books sent to me, like picture books to do, which is really nice because obviously they're short. So it's like the job doesn't take that long. And so you can kind of tick it off in just a few hours, which is nice. I like working on the picture books, but I get quite a few romances as well, quite a few short stories. Yeah. And Yeah, but there's definite. It's funny how many grammatical errors there are in some authors' works, even though they know that they're sending it to an editor. So if it was me, like I would have shoved it through Grammarly at least, if I wasn't completely sure what I was doing, you know?
I've had every single editor I sent my stuff to ask me if I had it edited already.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
It annoys me. Well, I do write really slow. I overthink everything, every word.
No. Oh, yeah, I can completely see that about you. Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
they don't give me any money back.
Man.
Editors.
The editor that I've got at the moment with my publisher is absolutely brilliant. She is amazing, and I love her. But yeah, because sometimes you can't see the stuff in your own work. Sometimes, you know, you're too close to it to be able to step back and see like the big problems, I think. So.
I've had such a sketchy history with editors. And probably the 4 or 5 I've dealt with, 2 of them were good. The rest like didn't help me with anything, didn't tell me how to work on my story, and other ones just flaked out. But hey, the life of independence.
Yeah. It's a tricky one.
Gets a bit hairy.
Yeah. It is. There's so much that you need to be able to do yourself. It's several jobs when you're an independent. You're not just an author. You're also, you know, your own editor. You're your own publicist. You produce your own marketing. Yeah, exactly. So it's a whole bunch. Martin had to leave us. I'm guessing his lunch break was over and he'd finished his soap.
Cheers.
Yes. And Yazza said, this was cool. Tonight I'll be tackling a project that's hard to put into words. It's so big that I'm not sure where to begin, but I have a basic idea and I'm hopeful that something great will come out of it. Doesn't that sound so cool? And terrifying.
It's always good to be excited about a project. It's like, I got to finish this. You get the enthusiasm.
Yeah. I love starting new projects. It's just the best. It's the finishing them that's the hard work, isn't it? I hope it goes really well for you. I shared a link here because Inimitable Books is also live if you enjoy doing a little bit of a stream hopping. And Anne popped in. Anne, who is one of the co-hosts actually over on the Inimitable Books stream. And yes, so she's not here properly. And Zara, I didn't know that Inimitable Books' name was Zara. Thank you. That's useful information to have. I'll try to remember. But yeah, this is like, yeah, I do too. I think that's like it's at least the second stream that I've seen Anne on today. She's obviously having a busy day.
Do you own birds?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that or you had like a bunch of birds in your neighborhood.
Right, right. So SD is almost done with a short. Awesome, well done. And Diane is here as well. Hello, Dan. How are you? And would love to co-host. Yay! I think it would be really fun to have Anne on. Maybe you could come on again with Anne, RC. I think you two would be very fun together. Have you done a stream with Anne before?
I don't think so.
Oh, she's good fun.
Cool.
She's good fun. I have forgiven her. I have forgiven her for putting me in timeout once, but yeah.
Did you deserve it?
No, I didn't deserve it at all. It was actually really, really mean. But she's apologized. We've moved on. So that's good. Yeah, and Anne says, and by stream hopping, you mean not be productive at all because you're there for all the chat. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, so Zara Hoffman is the founder of Inimitable Books. That's a great name, isn't it? Zara Hoffman. I like that. It's a good name. Just
That's
two
like a hockey player.
Yes, definitely.
At center, Zara Hoffman.
Yeah, Hoffman's coming down the rear. That sounds very rude.
Hoffman with the hat trick. Bam.
Bam. Emma did deserve it. I didn't. I was honest and pointed out that the stream that I was doing was going to be better than her stream. I was just being honest. And I didn't call it rubbish. I said that it was going to be rubbish compared to mine. You're exaggerating. Oh dear. Oh, I think this has brought up all those emotions again, hasn't it? I should not have mentioned that. Yeah.
You dug up old graves, Emma.
Yeah. Should have just left that one, shouldn't I? Oh dear. Oh dearie. Okay.
What did you find?
Cool.
Something festering, Emma?
Yeah. I'm sorry again, Anne. There we go. We'll forget that ever happened. Okay. Right. Shall we? Bad glue. Nice. I saw lots of Elmer products when I was in the WH Smith's the other day. You guys probably don't have Smith's in the US. It's like a stationary newsagent's big shop, and there were lots of Elmer products, and I took a picture of one of them to send to SD and Panda and Margaret. Oh, it's very good of you, Anne. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Okay.
Fires on a Friday morning.
Yeah. Okay, right. Shall we get another sprint in?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get some more of that writing. I want another page from you, RC.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. Was that our third sprint? I feel that was our third one.
It was.
I think I'm right there. It was. Oh, look at you, good at counting. Better than me anyway. How did it go? Did you get more fighting in?
I got another page. Actually, I was
Nice.
on the next page about halfway through when I had to stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
okay.
sorry. That's frustrating. That's the thing, isn't it? That's what I find. Sometimes the sprints can be really useful to get you to focus, but then they end and you're still focused and you've still got more that you want to do and you have to stop. We don't have to. You could have just ignored me, just messaged me in private chat and said, leave me alone. I'm doing some more.
Then I would have been a rather poor co-host, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Well, I've had worse. I'll tell you about it sometime.
Well, I would never do that to you, so.
No, I'm only joking. Everybody that I've ever had as a co-host has been lovely and very helpful and awesome. Where are we in the chat? So Anne was saying happy sprinting. I think she then disappeared. RC and I were being silly just because I'm very jealous of the name Zara Hoffman. I think it's an awesome name, although it's a bit silly to have name envy when I literally chose the name myself that I use here. That does seem very daft.
Would you believe there's another R.C. Scott out there? Another writer?
Is there? What do they do?
He wrote mostly like in the 70s and 80s, like science fiction and some children's stories. Yeah, when I started publishing my stuff, I found him on there. He doesn't do stuff anymore. He's on Twitter a lot, just taking pictures of nature and animals. So I decided to contact him.
Oh.
Like, hello, me. Meet the real me. He never answered back.
That's so mean.
I know. I would want to be his friend. I wasn't going to be mean to him. I'm like, I'm the dark side.
Oh. So I guess that can be a bit of a pain. Like if you wanted to, I mean, I don't know if you have a website for your writing. No, because does he?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Because Joanne is here, and I know that she changed her author name to J.K. Lambo because the website domain that she wanted to get was already taken for, was it for Joe Lambo? I think that was what you used to go by. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
That man's in his 80s. I'll just wait.
Yeah, he doesn't have long. We can get an address if you need it done quicker.
As I die at work today.
No, don't say that. You're not going to die at work.
Well, I don't jinx myself by saying that. You know, you never know.
Fair enough.
You might live to 120.
Yeah, you might. Well, he might, but it's unlikely. I suspect that your name will be your own again in the not too distant future. And then, then you can.
Well, you write science fiction. You write science fiction. You might know something, how to keep himself immortal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I would know these things if you would respond to my messages.
Exactly.
Come on, RC.
You could have worked together. Get it together, RC. Come on.
Don't be scared of the dark, RC.
The good and evil side of RC Scott. That's what we have here. Betty joined us and saying, hi, everyone. I'm reading a middle grade book called Circle of Gold by Candy Dawson Boyd. Cool. And I put a link. Betty is quite new to YouTube, so I popped a link to her channel if you don't follow her. And if you like really honest book reviews, she's brutal. She is brutal. If she doesn't like it, she pulls no punches. No punches. And the Troublemakers are also live doing writing sprints if you want to do some stream hopping. I've just seen who's come in. It's Panda. Panda is here. Hello, Panda. He knows he's my favorite. And Kat's here. Hiya, Kat. Saying, hi, Emma. Just popping in to say hello and eating breakfast. And we'll soon go book shopping with my son, Andrew, at the Friends at the Library Bookstore where they sell used books for cheap. That sounds like an awesome place to go. I want to go book shopping. Yeah, I want to go now. RC, I'm leaving you in charge. I'm going to go off book shopping somewhere.
If you come back, your channel might be banned because I just say whatever I want.
Yeah, you would as well, wouldn't you? And I wouldn't be able to mute you. Can I mute you? Oh, of course I can. Yeah. Look, there we go. Muted. Can I? Yeah, there we go. I muted him. Oh, that's better, isn't it? No. There we go. I'll let you come back in. There we go. You're back. I just wanted to test my power. That was all.
There ain't no mute strong enough for me.
Panther said, oh my God, Elma has exceeded my subscriber count. Not sure she wants to remain friends with me anymore. We had this discussion and I said I probably wouldn't because I'd be busy hanging out with Mr. Beast, you know, now. Actually, I was a little mean because Panda messaged me last night and said, oh, we've got the same number of subscribers. And then a couple of hours later, I went up once. I messaged him back like, haha, I've got one more now. SD said, finish, short now, onto emails. Cool. And Panda saying, hey, everyone, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling any better? I hope you are. And SD says, hey, Andy, feeling stressed at the moment, have a lot I want to get done and not enough time. Ugh. I hate that. That is the worst. Although I typically just like stop, make myself a nice drink and make a list of what I need to do and prioritize. But sometimes you can't prioritize. Sometimes there's just too much to do, especially when you're like organizing a conference and there's 2 anthologies that you're in and you're writing books and you're running a YouTube channel and doing millions of sprints and everything else. You're a busy lady. And SD says, don't talk bad about me co-hosting, Emma. I wasn't. You're a lovely co-host. You're a wonderful co-host. I was just joking. Oh, I think you've got a fan, RC. Betty said, your co-host has a really nice voice. He does. RC, you have a very sexy voice, it has to be said. He should apply to be a voice actor for audiobooks. Yes. And they should put on it, like in big letters, who you are, so that all the ladies would enjoy listening to it. And some males, but mainly the ladies.
Thanks.
we need to get you and Panda together, and he can do his late night radio DJ voice.
All right, fine. How much you want to pay me, Panda? Hold on. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. If you would like to hear more, give me some cash. Otherwise, piss off.
He could make millions. And SD said, oh, this is talking about Joanne. Her debut is published under the name Joanne Lambo. For a hot minute, she changed to J.O. Lambo, but I think that wasn't available either. Oh, frustrating. Oh, look, this is all coming out now. Everybody's admitting. I love RC's voice, yeah.
If only I could autograph it for all of you.
Indeed. Well,
hey, if y'all want to send me some applications for voice narrating, voice acting, I will do it. Otherwise, I don't have the time to look for this shit. And whatever I look for seems like a scam.
Yeah?
Pay $50 and we'll help you find a job in this career. Okay.
What about like ACX? Is that the Amazon one?
I don't know. I do.
Yeah. I think that one can be quite good. Rosalind said, got some editing done and played with my dog for a bit. Yay! I've been playing. I don't even know what dog I have actually under the table by my feet, but I've been like stroking him and we've been having like a little game, but I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know. There's one of them, one of my dogs. And asking those.
Can we sprint now, please?
You've got so many fans. I love this.
Thank
Have you got a Facebook group for your fans? Should I start one? I'm going to do that. I'm going to start a Facebook group.
If I start narrating my stories, will people buy them?
Yes, definitely.
Wouldn't that be messed up? Like, you see uptick in all my sales if I start narrating.
Yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to start a Facebook group for people who love your voice, and I'll just take like clips from this. And oh God, not really.
Well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well go full Monty. I got my acoustic right here. I'll do like the background music while I'm narrating it. And when she cut his throat, the blood stopped.
He says, "Oh, he said my name." I know. I love it when he says Emma. It's very exciting.
Emma.
Joanne says, "Hey Emma, would it be okay if you give me a wrench? I want to share the link to my book." Yeah, sure. Just give me a minute. I'll do it in the next thing because I'm not good like SD at doing loads of things. Everybody being nice. And Panda says the only issue with narrating as a side hustle is price pressure. The established ones command good prices, but the market is getting more and more narrators joining by the day. Okay, this just sounds bitter. We love your voice as well, Panda. Okay, it's not that we don't love your voice. It's just sometimes it slips out of the late night radio DJ one, whereas RC's is just consistently awesome. He'd make the big bucks. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many other people are doing it or whatever. He'd get the big bucks.
Or if I get tired of it, I just get abrasive and start talking like this.
It's an awesome voice. And did I make Panda sad? I'm sorry.
So wait, so basically like any other freelance thing where it's just a billion people and probably most of them are trash anyway. I've heard some really bad book narrators. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there are some bad ones. I don't like the ones that feel the desperate need to do all the accents if there's a book that has, people from different countries and things.
Well, if they can do it.
Yeah, if they can do it, but very few people can do that many accents, and I have heard some really dodgy ones.
But at the same time, like, I guess what would based on the story, I mean, how many different accents in there? How many does there have to be to really get the point across? I guess it's like adherence to the plot. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of just feel that if there's like loads, it kind of makes it sound stupid if you're doing all of the accents, like a different accent for each person. Just read it normally. Just read it.
I remember this one writer. No, she got her book on audio, and the person sounded just like Alexa the whole time, even when couldn't emote at all in any of it.
Oh,
emotionally muted mess.
Yeah, that's not good. My youngest listened to the Harry Potter audiobooks so much when he was smaller that he actually has a slightly different accent from the rest of us. He sounds more like Stephen Fry. It's brilliant. So somebody was saying, like, how come you don't sound like the rest of your family? And we worked out what it was. There's a hint of Fry in there. Hint of Stephen Fry. Thank you very much. SD shared the link to Joanne's debut for us. Thank you.
See, now that would be fun, doing a different IP that I'm aware of and trying to like do a voice imitation.
Mm-hmm. That would.
I don't know, like say like a Batman story for some reason he's narrating. I would try to like lean towards like the animated series voices, even though I'd probably just like be terrible at Joker, but I would try, damn it.
Yeah. Well, Joker, you'd have to give it a go, wouldn't you?
I don't think I can scream that loud anymore.
Back in your youth, you could, not anymore.
Well, he has that loud, maniacal belt when he laughs.
Yeah. You'd have to, I don't know, train for it, build up to it.
I'll talk to some of my friends in the industrial scene. Those guys still know how to screech.
You'll sort it out. You will sort it out. Joanne said to Betty, what a sweet compliment. I think I missed the compliment. Did I miss the compliment? Did you see it? I'll see.
No.
It's about your voice. It's what started it's what started this whole beautiful discussion. Which I'm sure
you got Adrian here. Oh yeah, the butter on biscuit comment. I'll never forget that.
What was
first time I'm on a stream and he showed up, he's like, that voice. It's like butter on biscuits. Or like butter on bagel or something like that. But yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Hello, Adrian.
There's guests.
Hello,
Captain
Margaret.
Pin here. Hello. I like that. I like the way that she put the nose and the eyes. Have you seen Betty's comment?
I'll make them enough so you can't refuse.
Oh my goodness, I love this. This is brilliant. You are co-hosting with me always. And Joanne is still raising money for commissioned character art with her Ko-fi. Elma hasn't got a Welsh accent, even though she's in Wales now. Yes, I've been in Wales for nearly 20 years in September. But my husband doesn't really have a Welsh accent, so I think that helps. Also, I don't like people.
Sorry.
No, what were you going to say?
Do they still call them shires out there?
No.
Damn.
They should. Well, you know, they're busy renaming all the national parks, taking them back to the traditional Welsh names. So there's been uproar.
You can't just call it a park.
Well, it's like, so the Brecon Beacons National Park is right by us, and everybody knows it as the Brecon Beacons, but now they've reverted back to the old name, which is Ban Ibrodd Ceiniog, I believe. But visitors can't pronounce it. So, yeah.
Brecon Beacons. Just rolls off the tongue better.
It does. Margaret says, also, I love a good accent in an audiobook. Do you love RC's voice as well? Do you want to join the fan club with us?
Can we sprint?
Betty is president, but I'll be secretary. Listening to one now with the British one is meh, but her other voices are great. Cool. Margaret, I would like a Stephen Fry accent. He's wonderful. Yes.
I wish I could talk like James Earl Jones all the time.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's the accent.
Imagine how great your life would be if you could do that.
I'd be like a phone salesperson. Who's going to say no to that voice?
Yeah.
I'm what you're going to put you down for.
You could just do that until the narrating takes off. You could just call housewives.
Oh God, I don't want to talk to people.
Oh yeah, I know people.
There's a reason why I don't do customer service. Even though I didn't suck at it. I've done customer service. I've done door-to-door sales too in the south side of Chicago. Suit and tie, just walking around with wads of cash on me.
See, happy your bliss. A few bad reviews can kill an audiobook. There's Panda, especially if there aren't good reviews to drown the negative ones. Yes. And SD has shared another link for Joanne. That's her link tree. Cool. That's got everything. Awesome. Oh, and Anne's back, I see. Anne's back, everyone.
I'm trying to imagine narrating a book I don't like that I think is terrible. Then she said this predictable. I mean, they keep constantly at it myself.
Yeah. And Panda's still recovering from flu. Give us a Welsh accent. I can do one, but probably, I don't know. No, I'm not going to. I'll try and I'll mess it up.
What's the difference? I know the Liverpool accent's different, but.
You're right. It's very funny. They'd say there's lots of like colloquialisms that they throw in all the time. I'm not going to do it properly now because I will just mess it up. Poor.
Oh crap!
What?
I have to get ready for work.
Oh no!
I forgot. You said 3 hours, right? I forgot to tell you. I had to leave in 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay. Do you have to go right now? We've got 2 minutes.
I do have 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll have 2 minutes. We'll just finish off and then we'll go into a sprint. Margaret said, Snowdonia, changing is fair. That doesn't sound Welsh at all. Yeah, but at least people can say it. You know, Brecon Beacons is where the SAS train, I think. Yes, that's right. They train just outside Sennybridge, and sometimes you can drive through the military range and stuff, which is quite cool. Nice and quiet. But you do have to be a bit careful that they're not busy shooting. Poor Panda's been ill for 7 days now. And hasn't had a good night's sleep in a few days. Oh. Welsh is sing-songy. Yes, it is. And in the throaty. Yeah, it's a stronger accent the further north you get, and they speak Welsh a lot there. I need to stick with English accents, apparently. Okay, right. Let's get into a sprint so that RC can get to work. We don't want him getting fired or anything like that because of us. But it's been so fun to have you here. Do you want to do a little outro before you head off?
Well, I was going to say, if you get me fired, that might actually push me more into the direction of doing book narration. I'll have more free time. Look for it. But no, thank you for inviting me. I got some words in today. I got 2 pages written.
Awesome.
That's 2 pages I wouldn't have done otherwise. I probably would have tooled off till I went to work.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm RC. I write horror. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, not TikTok. I do sometimes streams on my YouTube, though I'm gearing more towards podcasts. I'll get into that later when I finally get that more constructed. Otherwise, y'all have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and stay hydrated.
Good advice. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been really cool. So let's get into another sprint now, guys, and RC's gonna head off. Let's be productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There you go. In all the upsets at our sea leaving, I forgot to say that is going to need to be the final sprint for today, because my two youngest boys are going to do an online Dungeons and Dragons game in at like the turn of the hour, and I want them to be able to have the Wi-Fi and not to steal it from me. So how did that sprint go for you guys? I got more tea. I'm just kind of pootling on through these edits. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see where we were up to in the chat. There's been lots of fun stuff going on. Margaret says, oh, we're talking about the Welsh accent. Maybe I should ask Jim's book to try one. He lived in Aber and loved it. Aberystwyth or Abergavenny? Which Aber? I'm assuming Aberystwyth, because that's normally what people mean when they say Aber. We have lots of Abers in Wales. And everybody's wishing Arthur a good day and Fry, yay. Oh, yeah. Anne is not feeling the productivity. Sorry about that, Anne. And Panda said, I thought Germans were famous for productivity. And he's a pro at procrastinating today. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's have a look. Where are we? Okay. Panda is waiting for Uncle Pal to make his nice speech in the US of A. I don't know about this speech. Do I need to? I popped a link to my video that came out a few hours ago, because it's been a video. It's a video that quite a few people have requested. So it's about how my self-published books were taken on by my publisher and became traditionally published. And so many people have asked me how that came about, because I know it's not all that common. So I finally got around to making a little bit of a video about it and just kind of the story of how it happened. I'll probably do another one, like the actual logistics, what they got me to do, like what editing they got me to do and things like that at some point. I was asking how come Anne isn't working today. And she says, I don't work Fridays currently, but yes, our centre is closed today. When a holiday falls on a Thursday, we usually also close Fridays because the schools are closed. It's called a bridge day. So that isn't something that we have here. I think it sounds like a great idea. And I was saying that it's bank holidays that we have here. And Panda said, when I was younger, I used to ask which bank. And I bet little Panda was cute. And a 4-day weekend. Very nice. Very nice. Inka joined us. Hello, Inka. And Panda asked her if she can do a Welsh accent. Elma tried it earlier and I wasn't blown away. I did. In fairness, I did say it was a completely useless attempt. It's too much pressure. I can do it, like if I'm kind of doing an impression of somebody, I can do it. But that was terrible. Panda says, I can't do a Welsh accent to save my life. Probably do a better German accent. Inka can do a Welsh accent. Whether it's good is another matter. Oh, apparently Panda says accent is one of the first things to change when someone moves locations. Yeah. And Inka says, I'm one of those people who adopts accents the second they step off the train. That's pretty cool. My granddad was from Northern Ireland, says Inka, and my nan was a Geordie, so I can do those in my sleep. Excellent. And Panda says, D&D, have fun, don't clog up the Wi-Fi, Elma. Yeah, I know. Thing is, it's so hard for them to organize it with all their friends so that they're all available at the same time. So it's very exciting. Pootling. Who said pootling? Did I say pootling? That is one that I use. Oh, Inka said, I thought you started at 3. I'm sorry. I think yesterday I said that I was starting at 3 because I forgot. I put it earlier so that I wouldn't clash with the lovely Margaret Pinard, because Margaret is going to be live at 5. Margaret, if you're there, pop a link to your live in the chat. I wanted to be able to come and see Margaret's live. Margaret said, I watched a couple of great videos and have been finding book covers for overlays for my stream in about an hour. Cool. Perfect. Aberystwyth, however it's spelled. That's good spelling. I can't spell Aberystwyth. SD answered some emails, caught up on other messages and whatnot. We do like whatnotage. And Laura says, if I watch too much Derry Girls, I start thinking in an Irish accent. So weird. Yeah, that would be weird. And Betty says, I've read 86 pages and I'm conflicted about it. The mom is a widow and abusive to her girl, but not to the twin brother. Oh, that sounds like quite a hard read. And Angela's here. Good morning, all. Hope the boys have fun gaming. They will. They love it. They'll be on there for hours. They'll probably just stop for supper. Margaret says, I'm doing the book tag live. Cool. For the AuthorTube anthology put out this week by Jeremy Faye, which both SD Houston and I are in. Yes, I did mention it earlier on. And there is the link. Cool. Thank you very much, Margaret. Thanks for sharing that. And Dreaming Truth saying thank you for the stream. No problem. It's my pleasure. It was good fun. And I do like having a co-host. If anybody would ever like to co-host with me, and if it's a good time for you, usually I do kind of 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. British time. So if that is good for you, then just ping me an email or an Instagram message or whatever, because it's always fun to have guests and have someone to kind of bounce things off of. And I have messaged Anne because I'm hoping that she might be free on one of these Fridays that she's not working on. And Betty says, I'm going to do some yard work. Thank you for the sprints. No problem at all. Okay, then, guys. Have an awesome rest of the day. Have a great weekend. I will be back again with more live streams next Tuesday, I believe. I don't usually do Mondays because I usually go out on Mondays. But yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. Make sure that you check out Margaret's live later where she's doing that book tag. So that's in like just over an hour. And yeah, maybe I'll see you in the chat there. Bye for now.